Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing all right. Let's go. How are you guys doing? How everyone's doing? Yeah, Bitcoin going down. Blood. A lot of blood in the market right now. Looking nice. Have tons of opportunities. How are you guys doing? Is everything all right on your side? Did you use good risk management to avoid getting liquidated in these times? Let me know in the chats, guys. Amazing to have you here. Nice to hear, guys. Nice to hear that you're doing good, Fidel. Short going strong indeed, man. Nice to be on the good side of the market right now. Definitely. I don't know, but to be honest, guys, like not since I'm like a full-time trader, I don't care if the market goes up or down. I just short when I need to short. I go long when I need to go long. I'm not biased. Like in the crypto market, everyone wants to and get hyped when the market goes down, goes up. But to be honest, I'm really excited that the market is going down right now. It's not. I think I have a little bit more experience in this. There's tons of opportunities to go long in the near future, and if you are short, then you're profiting. So definitely very good. Didn't take too many trades to be honest. Yeah, nice also, man. Yeah, sometimes you need to stay out of the market as well. Like this, until now, like the market was just choppy, going nonsense. Yeah, like not good opportunities to be honest, but definitely that's good. Do you think it's manipulation? Well, we have right now this kind of a Trump beef with Elon Musk. Everything is just media, guys. Like don't let it get into your mind. You just apply your strategy, whatever happens, and that's all. Like you don't really care about what these guys are doing because at the end of the day, today is Trump, today is Elon Musk, tomorrow it can be whatever, like it can be war, it can be Binance going broke, it can be USDT pledging, depledging and lawsuit for USDT, whatever, we always as humans try to put certain things in place like, oh, this is because what Elon Musk is doing with Trump. Yeah, it might, but it might also be just like a normal correction that the market is having right now from a perspective of price action. How low Sol can go down? Okay, so I'm seeing nice questions from Sol, so we can definitely do this to analyze Sol. Right now, I'm currently short on ETH, Bitcoin, and ETH as well. Let me share with you guys pretty quickly. Yeah, almost reaching full take profit on ETH. That's nice. Almost reaching it. Possibly moving the trailing stop loss around here, possibly around here. And let's check for ETH. Actually, I don't know if I got filled on ETH. Yes, I did. Yeah, it's trade is around here. Basically this stop loss, and yeah, I have been I have been in profit right now on ETH. My take profit is here. Nice, nice to have this, and on Bitcoin as well. That's nice, really nice, really nice. Let me see the chats. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go. All right, so let's start. This is a good moment to take a look at the market. To be honest, don't FOMO. Don't be worried. If we go at least for, let's go back to Bitcoin. Okay. Do I have a Telegram channel or Twitter? Yes, I do, brother. If you want to follow me, on my Twitter is BassDecode. You can check my Twitter. You can DM me if you need something, whatever, guys, you need. Okay, I'm here for you. Okay, so let's start, guys. Let's start. Let's not Okay, let's start. So in the weekly chart perspective, okay, some are claiming this kind of three drive happening right now. Some are seeing some bearish divergences on the weekly chart. Okay. Um, yeah, it's possible. Okay. I don't know where the divergence is right now because I don't know the indicator that people are using. I have seen this on Twitter. Let me check on the RSI. Yeah, RSI divergence over here. We can see that. Pretty clear divergence. Price making higher highs, RSI making lower high. Okay. So we now have this kind of divergence right now on the RSI, possibly on other indicators as well. We can check OVV. Nope, OVV is not having divergence, so that's nice. All right. So, well, in terms of the weekly chart, guys, I think to be honest, from the previous levels that I draw on my charts, these are weekly levels that after these broke, because these two were like just failed auctions, to be honest. That's why the market went down. But if we take into consideration previous breakouts, I know this is going to sound crazy, guys. I know this is going to sound crazy, like Bitcoin going back to 70K. But all of this gap needs to be filled. And it would be an amazing opportunity if actually like we have the weekly chart going back down. Okay? Something like this, I would love to see like as a slow bleed towards this level, right? And then have a huge week, like huge. I mean, like about a lot of liquidations, like 12% week on Bitcoin, and then closing back up inside the structural level that we have right now for Bitcoin. Okay, well, since that can be possible, it also can be possible that we might bounce from this level right here. Okay, if we take this into the daily chart as well right now, what I want to say to you guys is that the weekly chart remains bullish. Okay, and it will remain bullish unless we have two candle closures below this level over here, which is around 77K. Okay, as long as we maintain 77K, the weekly chart is bullish, so your holdings are safe. All right, don't get scared. Pullbacks are normal, and pullbacks are for buying more. Okay, if you are in this market long enough, you should know that Bitcoin can correct 10%, 15% in a single day, and alts are going to just follow that. But the good thing is that the long-term picture remains the same. Bitcoin remains solid bullish here. Okay. I'm just telling you this a scenario that I would love, like having one candle closing below this, then one candle closing back up, or just one candle with a huge wick touching this level to fully close this liquidity gap that we have over here, and to confirm the breakout from this previous range formation that took about let me check, it took about almost a year, guys, like 245 days of consolidation, right? Then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, like month and a half until reaching the top, okay, after this consolidation. And now we're into having that consolidation again. So often what you want to see is if you have a consolidation, then a breakout, then a slow move, okay, a slow move into the previous levels of consolidation to confirm that the breakout is confirmed, okay, to confirm the breakout. All right, this is normal price action. All right, the only difference is that we are seeing this from the weekly perspective, so this can literally take months if not years to happen. Okay, so don't get desperate. And even if we get into a weekly range over here, okay, even if we do, it would be nice for Bitcoin dominance to start pushing down. All right, people get more interested in alts, and we start seeing some rotation. Okay, some rotation into ETH, some rotation into top 10, 100 Bitcoin to go straight up. That's good to know. Okay, so definitely a good opportunity right now. If we just draw a trend line from here to here, we are seeing good confluence around this level where Bitcoin can bounce as well. It's not necessarily that we're going to go straight down to here, but we can bounce from here, definitely. And this also is confluent with a low volume node. And remember, guys, about my teachings, okay? If you see my teachings, you're going to see that normally on low volume nodes is where prices tend to bounce, okay? So a lot of confluences right now, a lot of confluences from this perspective, all right? Now, let's go to the daily chart. Let me erase this. Let me see some comments. What's the Twitter username? Bats the code, brother. I have set it over here. Okay. What do you think about Sol? It's called rally based rally. Exactly that. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and check the. Let me just put this over here because I'm currently on a trade right now. So I just want to know if this level gets taken anytime soon. Okay. I just want to know that. Awesome. After Bitcoin, we are going to go through ETH and Sol, right? Possibly just Sol. It depends on the time, guys. But as long as I can remember in the chat, everyone's asking about Sol, so definitely we can start about in it. Okay, now let's go to the daily chart. Let me erase this. We can clearly see how this level confluent of the daily chart, this was the previous higher low from the daily chart, which is now entering definitely a buy zone. Okay, I would call this a buy zone for Bitcoin. Okay, if we see a rejection over here, I'm definitely buying more Bitcoin on my own for my long term. You see weekly level confluence, daily level confluence, low volume node where Bitcoin might bounce. A lot of like liquidations right now. If we take a look at the liquidations, okay, right now, liquidations for longs 24-hour, you see $768 million in liquidation so far. Okay, for longs, that's good. Well, that's not good, but you know what I mean. That's good. Like, it's good for us to look for opportunities in the market, because if we go down, for example, into the 4-hour chart, you are going to see all of this compression happening around here. Okay, this is money, guys. This is liquidity below these levels. A lot of money is put below these lows. All of the people that went long here, went long here, went long here, are put their stop losses behind these levels. Now, that is what is currently fueling this move down. Okay, because if these were longs, right, in order to get into a buy here, your stop loss should be a sell order, right? If your stop loss is a sell order, that means that when price reaches these levels, okay, if price reaches these levels, all of these sell orders will get activated. All right, that's what it's fueling right now, this move. But inside all of this mess, right, there's a lot of limit buys in case we might bounce from here. All right, so as long as the daily chart survives, right, let's call it like that, survives above 102K, all right, we're good to go. We're good to go and move higher, in my opinion. All right, so definitely, if we survive this dip right now, we're good to go. Otherwise, the daily chart will turn bearish in a couple of days, and we will need to wait more, and possibly the scenario that I told you guys. Okay, because there's a lot of liquidity gaps needed to be filled in the way up. Okay, there's a lot of liquidity gaps needed to be filled on the way up. That doesn't mean that it will fill them all right? But it's very likely. That's why they are here. That's why we read price action, all right? But this is definitely a good zone for Bitcoin to bounce right now, Okay, let's see. Don't go long blindly. Let's wait for confirmation. And I'm going to show you the setup that I want to look for. All right. So the first thing to look out for over here, give me a second. Let me check the chats. All right. Awesome. So what I would love to see here right now is this candle. For example, we have 2 hours and 40 minutes left for this candle to close, right? So definitely, I would love this candle to close above 102K. Okay, that would definitely be the first trigger for me to enter the market. All right. If not, if this candle closes like extremely bearish like this, what I would love to see is a 3 candle reversal. All right, into this zone. That would take at least 2 more days. Otherwise, we might see an inside bar, and then we have a range to trade from, possibly another sweep from these current lows where people are going long, and then move up towards this and towards this. Okay, for now we don't have information about that, but that's definitely what I want to see. Okay, now let's go down into the 10-hour chart. Okay, 10-hour looking like it wants to break down. We have 2 hours and 40 minutes left for this candle to break this level. We right now have 1 candle breaking below the structural level. The 10-hour chart is bearish right now. So if we have this kind of closure, well, the new level is going to be over here, and the next one is going to be around here. Okay, but for now we don't have information. Right now is not the time to take trades, guys. It's not the time to take trades. All right, trades should have been taken already previously. Okay, I don't know what is this. Okay, now the hourly chart, pretty clear, to be honest. Let me just draw my new levels around here. This would be the new lower high. This would be intraday level. This would be the new lower low. Okay, now I can erase this. Nice, we now have this. From an intraday perspective, if you would like to see at least a relief from this move down, you would like to see a failed action on the hourly chart, like something, a candle closing below, then a candle closing above. Okay. In terms of CBD, we can clearly see that this move is being fueled by sell market orders. They might get trapped soon. And open interest is showing us the same. Not a lot of new shorts are getting opened. All right. In terms of divergences, we are below this level. We are reaching this level. Okay, so yeah, definitely good around here. Okay. Let me see the chat. What heat map indicator are you using on the right side? It's not heat map, brother. It's volume profile. Let me share with you pretty quickly. This one, you mean? Yeah, this is BRBP, is volume visible range volume profile. You can see the settings here. Oh shit. Yeah, you can see the settings around here, like inputs. All good. It's just volume profile. Okay. So right now, all of these teachings have came through. We have seen some order flow right now. Like if we can see like volume order flow, these tools are amazing, guys. Like I literally have had the trigger for this Bitcoin short in this candle over here, and I'm going to show you why. If I go to the volume footprint chart. No problem, pressure, brother. All right, if I go to the volume footprint chart, we can clearly see this candle that is trying to break above the intra-week lower high, right? We can clearly see, first of all, we can clearly see how the point of control is at the wick of the candle, above this level. This means that the point of control of the volume was most of the volume traded was outside of this level, you know? Now, what we want to see is if we have some buying activity around this level. And we can clearly see this in this like 297 Bitcoin bought, 238 Bitcoin bought, 62.8 Bitcoin bought, 274 Bitcoin bought. Okay, so definitely a lot of trap traders in this. A structural level, failed auction, clearly shown. All right, the delta on this candle itself is just 1K. It's just 1K. Okay, so basically what this is telling us is that buying activity and selling activity was pretty similar, but the footprints, you know, like literally the word footprints of the buyers getting trapped around here, it's amazing. Okay, let's go to the daily chart to see something similar. Why not longing now? Looks like, well, you can go long, brother, but I'm not going long until I have confirmation. That's how it works for me. Okay. Exactly. No confirmation, don't go long. Don't try to catch falling knives. This is literally a falling knife. Don't try to do that. Don't try to be a hero. Okay. Just trade with your strategy, trade with confirmation, and it will add up in the future. Okay. Let's go, for example, let's go take a look at this. Because from the 10-hour, I want to see the daily. Yeah, the daily chart. If I go to the footprint charts around here, we can clearly see how daily chart on AVE, all right? You see all of these selling activities telling you something, guys. From this rejection around here, we have a failed auction. Okay, failed auction. All of this buying activity around here. Okay, point of control on the wick of this candle, value area low, value area high on the wick of this candle. So all of the volume was traded around this level. So all of these longs, okay, all of these longs are trapped now. They are trapped and the market is just going down and possibly heading towards around 220. Okay, so this is very good. Like footprint charts are going to tell you a lot of information that you cannot see from regular chart formations. Okay. All right. This is amazing data, by the way. Yeah, definitely. This is amazing. I think that you guys need to buy the premium subscription for TradingView if you want this kind of data. If you don't want to use it, just don't buy it. Like it doesn't matter because you can literally trade without it. But I have find it like in terms of order flow and stuff, I really like it. I really like it. In the 10-hour chart where my trigger comes from, okay, we have the trigger around here. Yeah, it was this one. Oh no, this trigger is coming from the daily chart, basically, because we have over and under. You see, over and under swing, shifting market structure. Market takes time, goes back to this level, melts. Okay, that's how it works. And we can clearly see the same pattern happening on the intraday chart here. You see, over and under, failed action, shifting market structure, pullback, melts. All right. So for this, we normally have two type of triggers, right? We have the optimal trade entry, which is around the 0.6 and 0.5 of FIF, okay? And also order blocks, all right? Order blocks, like for example, this one, this is the last bullish candle before the break of a structure here. So this is the one where I took the entry, all right? And now we're here, all right? Nice trade, nice trade. Okay, so let's go and see Sol. Stoic, what settings do you have for footprint chart? I'm going to share that with you guys pretty soon. How do you see footprint chart? You can go over here and pick on volume footprint. Okay, that's how I do it. And it depends on the asset, to be honest. Let's check for Sol. And I will share you my settings. Okay, my settings for footprint charts are these ones: row size, manual. Okay, in this case, the ticks per row are going to be different for each asset. It's not the same the ticks per row for Bitcoin that they are for Sol. For example, in Bitcoin, I'm using 618 ticks per row, which is a fifth number. To be honest, you can put 600. All right, you know, for Sol is not working, so we have to use 16, or you can put 15, 10, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Okay. I display the profile. I don't like cluster like this. Okay, I like profile. Sorry guys, kind of sick. And I put it on delta because I want to see volume delta. I don't want to see like buy and sell, total, or ladder volume. I use it on delta. And then my colors over here, point of control, I use normally use this one, I don't know. And imbalances, you can also calculate here like 618% imbalance, and you can have stack levels as well. But yeah, I don't use imbalances, to be honest. They're nice, but I don't use them. Right, so these are my settings. What about meme coins? You think that must have a strong narrative to ape on? Well, it might. Okay, we haven't seen any narrative yet on meme coins regarding Elon Musk yet. Since he started like doing stuff with Trump, we haven't seen any kind of narrative around meme coins coming from Elon Musk, especially. So if you see some good opportunities on meme coins, then go ahead. But I don't think they are going to explode because of Elon Musk narrative right now. Do you think there will be big movements for Trump's meeting with Xi? Yeah, well, it might happen. Okay, it might happen, and I suggest you don't go in the market that time. Okay, that's like high impact events kind of thing. Like FOMC, like rate hikes, etc. Okay, all of these that it's happening right now with Trump, all might shake the market, and you don't want to get involved in it unless you know exactly what you're doing and your risk management is top notch. XBT. Okay, let me analyze first Sol. All right, let's go through Sol. Okay, let's start with the weekly chart. All right, we have this level being taken. Okay, all right, so the weekly chart on Sol, guys, is bearish right now. Let me check. Oh no, it's not bearish. Sorry, my bad. We have this current higher low over here as a weekly level, and we have this high around here, this weekly level. Why is I'm not taking into consideration this? Oh well, yeah, no, forgive me guys. This is already a breakout, then another breakout, then another breakout. Okay, so the weekly chart is actually coming from these levels around here. Okay, so we have our weekly higher high, weekly higher low. All right, possibly market is heading towards this weekly higher low over here, but overall Sol chart is currently bullish on the weekly chart, which is good. Okay, it's good right now. Now this level is confluent with a low volume node. All right, that's why we had these two failed actions around this level, pretty clear. Now what would be the scenario on the weekly chart to see to possibly go long is possibly see a failed action around here. Okay, failed action around here, two candles, one candle closing below, one candle closing above, or just one weak candle and then starting move up. Obviously this is going to depend on how Bitcoin reacts to what all is happening. Okay, this is going to definitely be something that you want to reconfirm with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks down daily market structure, you don't want to interact with Sol yet. Okay, at least on the weekly chart. But for now, the weekly chart is looking is sharing as a bullish price action. All right, even though we're having this pullback. Now let's go to daily. Daily higher highs around here. Yeah, daily higher high around here. We have failed action, failed action. That's why price is moving down right now. Then we have our higher low around this level. This was the last bearish candle before the breakout. So that's our higher low. Yep, definitely. Nice. Higher low over here. So daily chart is also bullish, even though we are having bearish momentum because of these two failed actions. You see, one thing is the trend and one thing is the momentum, guys. Okay, we have bullish price structure. That means this bullish price structure: higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? But momentum is completely different because we might be in a bull trend, but what happens if this higher low and this higher high, we see a failed action around here, even though the price structure remains bullish? Okay, the momentum shifts towards a bearish scenario in which we need to confirm that Sol around here gets a rejection from the structural level, because if we get a breakout, then definitely we are going down, right? But if we don't have a breakdown, then the most likely scenario is that we are going to bounce from here. Okay, slowly but surely we are going to bounce and go towards this level once again. This is just a pullback. You see, so momentum is different than trend itself. Okay, now the daily chart is currently bullish. That's nice, and we are now in a trade area, meaning that we are now interacting with a potential reversal zone. Okay, and this level right here is also confluent with this low volume node. Okay, so definitely a good idea to start looking for longs around here, but definitely not right now, guys. Not right now, because we don't have confirmation yet. If, for example, I go to the 10-hour chart, all right, let me check the structure on the 10-hour chart. Okay, we have breakout around here, failed actions, this gets breakdown over here, failed actions. Okay, so our current 10-hour level is around here. We had some failed actions in this level, but the daily chart was more structured for the 10-hour chart. The structure, if we see this new structure and something around, okay, price starts ranging from this move down, then failed action, and then you start looking in lower time frames around this level to go long. Okay, because we will be targeting these levels if that's the case. Okay, which I think it will. To be honest, all of this FOD, if you don't know what FOD means, is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Okay, that we are dealing with right now. It was just obvious. Okay, because the market was just bearish already. Momentum was bearish, but normally when these kind of events happen, like FOD, like this kind of, we can call it manipulation or whatever you want, that's normally the end of the move. Okay, that's normally the end of the move. Your mic is cutting out a bit. All right, guys, sorry, let me check my connection. Let me check my connection. Can you hear me now? Yeah, now good. Oh, thank you, brother. Okay, possibly some internet lagging. Awesome. Just let me know in the chats, okay? Okay, all right. So I missed where I was. Yeah, definitely a good spot to start looking for longs on Sol. Right? We have this compression around here being taken. This level hasn't been taken yet, absolutely, but it's definitely a compression around here. Exactly. Okay. Now if we go back, like for example, daily chart, we had this rejection around here. If we go to the hourly chart, we are most likely seeing this kind of over here, over and under pattern. You see, over and under swing, over and under market structure shift. Okay, if we set fib around here, we take this to the 10-minute chart, we're going to see this pattern very well. Okay, literally you could have taken the short here, stop loss above this level, and then just target around here, like first take profit around here, and so on until you trail your stop loss. But yeah, definitely a nice trade. Definitely a nice trade. For the 10-hour chart, I think we don't have triggers yet. Yeah, no triggers. No triggers just from there. And around here, if we have this level of confluence, then it's easy because basically you could have just shorted this from the 10-minute perspective. Yeah, we have the swing trade around here because this is coming from the daily chart. So the daily chart doesn't need confirmation from the 10-minute. Okay, guys, let me check my mic. If it's lagging, give me a second, please. Hello, guys, can you hear me now? Yeah, so it might be my connection right now that it's kind of lagging. Oh, so we have some triggers. Yeah, I should get out of this trade right now. Okay. I'm currently doing a higher trader prop firm challenge, right? So I'm going to just close this on market. Okay, P&L made this. You see, I had some losses. Well, now they are recovered with this Bitcoin short. Yeah, like 3.7, 3.1, 6K, 6.8, 8.8, like 9K or 10K made alone from this trade. Insane. Insane. Okay. But nice. I just closed the trade right now. Okay, let's continue. Now that my audio is doing good, we should continue. Okay, guys. So definitely right now there's no trigger yet on Sol to go long. Okay, we need to wait for that, for this to be confirmed as well, because basically we might have some sort of a B-shaped reversal as well on the hourly chart, shifting market structure, pullback, and then continuation without shifting the market structure on the 10-hour chart. All right, so we need to wait. We need to wait. Now is not the time to just go long because of like the sake of it. It makes no sense right now. If I go to just check Bitcoin chart, the 10-hour one, normal, yeah, it's possible that we might have a failed action as well. That would definitely confirm that we are shifting momentum right now. And from a daily chart perspective, like this is the perfect area to bounce, to be honest, guys. Perfect area to bounce. Okay, Now let's go through some questions. Let me see them on the chat. Okay, I don't know what coin is that one, but let me check. AXBT. Let's check. Okay, from a weekly perspective, this is kind of bearish. Yeah, bearish. No, right now it's bullish. Shifting some momentum around here. Some failed actions around the weekly chart. Okay, so please take that into consideration. From a daily chart perspective, we have this higher high around here. Why is not this one? Because we have an inside bar around here being taken. Okay, forget it. We have this higher high. These both are daily levels. Now it might be a good place for AXBT to bounce. Okay, if not, we already have one candle closure below this level, so that's dangerous. We would need this candle today in 2 hours and 17 minutes to close above the previous candle low, which is around 0.16 17 18 1. Okay, if this candle closes above this, then it has another chance to recover this one, and will definitely be a good idea to start looking for the hourly chart, for example, some kind of recovery, like for example this a B-shaped recovery around here would be nice. Okay, these lows had been taken, so that's good. Something like this, okay, B-shape, market structure shift, then you wait for a pullback and then go long. Around here, your stop loss here, and then you target highs. Okay, that would be for AXBT. If you see this as a scenario, then go ahead and take that trade, literally. Because if Bitcoin is going to start bouncing right now, then there's definitely an opportunity to go long, all right, on altcoins. Definitely nice, but you need this confirmation first. And if the intraday chart starts shifting, it can close above, or even it can close above like this daily volume level, all right, which is the most important one, around 0.17451. So nice. Let's check ETH. Let's check if you want to buy spot. I would say from the weekly chart perspective, it is bullish right now, but we are seeing all of these failed actions happening at the top of the range. Okay, in terms of the daily chart, we can clearly see this consolidation taking place right now. Okay, this might be a good place for a bounce on Ethereum. Now, if you want to buy a spot, what I should wait, okay, if I'm going to buy a spot, if this candle closes above this inside bar range, I'm going long, okay? Or if the next tomorrow's candle closes above this level, okay, then you definitely would be a good opportunity to buy, because we are ranging at resistance, and normally in a bull market, okay, when you see this kind of behavior and at resistance, normally people are shorting this kind of markets, okay, but that's why a lot of liquidity is taken above this, and all of this liquidity above these highs, especially these ones, okay, is going to fuel a move up in case this scenario happens for it. Okay, if you want to buy spot, nice one. Okay, do you think Bitcoin will go down further? I talked about Bitcoin at the start of this stream, brother. So I will definitely encourage you to repeat it. It can go lower or it can bounce from here. That's two options, because Bitcoin right now is currently on a very important level of support. Luke posted in free Telegram group, long position, definitely nice one. Luke possibly has another strategy. I wait for confirmations. Long on Sol once it hits 140. I haven't said that, but let me check. Yeah, if this candle closes above 143.5, then you can start looking for reversal patterns on the hourly chart to go long. So definitely good one. For ETH, let's check it pretty quickly. Yeah, so the best trade possible would be for ETH because it has taken all of the lows around here, which is nice. Okay, so I would love to see possibly this candle closing above this inside bar range, which is around 2507.7. Okay, and what you want to see on the intraday chart is a B-shaped reversal. Okay, shifting market structure, and then you wait for a pullback and go long. Same scenario as previous coins. All right, you want to see a B-shaped reversal here. If we don't see a B-shaped reversal, then there's not enough strength in the market to push price up. Okay, but for now, Bitcoin is the best bet. All right, but you want to see this first. Hey Bas, hope you're having a great day. Quick question: what's the difference between a spot and futures? All right, so these are different ways of buying an asset or selling an asset. Okay, a spot is basically when you buy the real asset. Okay, if you buy Bitcoin spot, for example, you are going to be the owner. Okay, the owner of that Bitcoin that you bought. If you buy Bitcoin on futures, you are not necessarily the owner. Okay, you are just the owner of the futures contract that tells that you are going long at certain price and that you will be selling at certain price. All right, so it's more for speculation purposes, like futures, rather than a spot being buying the real asset itself. Okay. Spot you hold, future you bet on the price. Yes, it's basically like that, like a speculation. A spot, you can trade on spot, like you can speculate on spot as well, but you are not speculating possibly on lower time frames, and that's it. Yeah, so ETH, that's the scenario that I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah, definitely. Oh, nice guys that you are answering like these questions as well. It's awesome to be in a community, to be honest, because a lot of you guys can help each other. That's really nice. Thank you guys. Thank you for always being here, and thank you very much for always supporting my educational setups. From next week, we are going to start with new material. Okay. Basically, all of the live streams that I have shared with you guys is just sharing you my personal strategy with which the one I trade. But from now on, we will see more in-depth things. Okay, we'll see more in-depth things. If you have any suggestions about educational stuff that you want to see, just let me know. DM me, okay, on Telegram or in Twitter. You guys know my Twitter. The code. Just DM me there. Let me know what topics you want to see on these educational live streams, and I will make an amazing presentations for it. Okay. Volume profile, brother. You can see volume profile live stream I did on Gem Hunters YouTube already, so there's no need to touch upon that once again because it's already done. You can check it out. All right. Okay, guys. So I think I'm going to end stream for today. Okay. It's been a good time. It's been a good moment to have this stream with you guys. Do not FOMO in. Don't try to catch falling knives. Okay. Wait for confirmation on the strategies. All right. As soon as you have confirmation, then you go long or then you go short. You are going to regret if you go long right now and Bitcoin keeps falling. All right. But you're not going to regret it if you wait for confirmation, okay? And then you go long. Even if it doesn't mean catching the Pico bottom right now. That doesn't really matter. Trading is not about catching tops and bottoms, Okay, it's about following rules, strict rules from your strategy or whatever strategy you are following, all right, and sticking to it. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much. See you next week, all right? See you next week, and definitely with more educational content. I hope this was useful to do some research on certain coins right now and applying all of the knowledge that I have shared with you guys lately. Okay, bye bye. Take care. Have a good one.